Okay, this is the worked example on substituting values into formulas. So the number of drawing pins, n, needed to pin up q pictures is given by the formula. So n is the number of drawing pins that you'll need, and q is the number of pictures that will be stuck up on the wall. The formula is n equals 2q plus 2. So that means the number of drawing pins that you'll need to stick up the pictures is going to be 2 times the number of pictures plus 2 extra ones. Okay, so you can see here there are 4 pictures, and that would be 2 4s is 8 plus another 2 is 10, and there's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So that formula, you can think to yourself why that is the formula. Hopefully it's clear to you. The question they've asked is how many pins are needed to pin up 5 pictures? Well, you could just say it's an extra 2 from that one, but we want to generalize in case they asked you maybe for 20 pictures or 30 pictures. So you use the formula. The formula is the number of drawing pins equals 2 times the number of pictures plus 2. So the number of pictures, i.e. q, is 5, so we substitute 5 into the formula for q. So the n, the number of pictures, the number of drawing pins, is 2 times 5 plus 2. 2 5s are 10, so that's 10 plus 2, which is 12. Therefore, there are 12 pins needed to pin up 5 pictures. So you should have a go at these questions now yourself. The video will go on and do them, but you try yourself and then you can check with the video afterwards if you're right or not. I would recommend that you have in your classwork book, that should be your working out for most of the questions. It would do no harm as well to actually have the original formula, but those 3 lines at the end I would like to see in your books. So pause and you go on ahead and do it, and then you can come back and watch the rest of this video. If you need to, you can mark it just off the answers, and if you've got anything wrong in the answers, then you can come to this video and I should show you how to do any of the questions. Okay? Right. Use the formula n equals 2q plus 2, which gives the number of pins needed to pin up q pictures to answer questions 1 to 5. So we're using this formula that's in the work example for all of these first 5 questions. How many pins are needed to pin up 8 pictures? So for number 1, the formula is n equals 2q plus 2. It asked me in this question if there were 8 pictures. The number of pictures is q. In the worked example, tells you q is the number of pictures. So that would be 2 times 8, which is 16, plus 2. So 16 plus 2 equals 18. And that's number 1. Number 2, if 13 pictures are pinned up, how many pins are used? Well, the formula is still the same. Q is the number of pictures. They say there's 13. So 2 13s are 26. Plus an extra 2, you'd need 28 pins. Number 3, how many pins are used to pin up a single picture? Well, I don't think you'd need any formula there. Just 4. 2 1s are 2 plus 2, which is 4. Number 4, if Q is 6, what is N? Well, we're still using that same formula each time. And it says Q is 6, so you substitute Q to be 6. So you get 2 6s are 12, plus 2 is 14. And then number 5. Question 5 says, what is n when q equals 11? So now we're putting the formula in, right in the formula. We're putting q in to be 11, so 2 11s. 2 11s are 22, plus 2 more is 24. Okay, on to the next one. Sari is making a matchstick pattern. If she completes n squares, she needs m matchsticks where m equals 4n plus 1. So you don't see the pattern here, but you just got to rely on the fact that the number of matchsticks, m, is going to be equal to the number of squares that she makes times 4, 4n, plus 1 extra. I'm going to use that to answer the next couple of questions. So number 6. How many matchsticks does Sari need to complete 6 squares? The formula is m equals 4n plus 1. So then that would be 4 times the number of squares, that's what n is, which is 6 in the question. And 4 6s are 24, plus 1 gives you 25. Number 7. If she completes 9 squares, how many matchsticks does she use? So remember, n is the number of matchsticks. The formula given the question was, the number of matchsticks is m, and it was 4n plus 1. So if she completes 9 squares, that means n is 9, so 4 9s plus 1 extra. That's 36 plus 1, which is 37. That was question number 7. Number 8 then. Find m if n equals 4. So the formula stays the same. It tells you that n is 4, so you substitute the n to be 4. So that's 4 4s, which are 16, plus 1 is 17. So m would be 17. And number 9, when n is 12, what is m? So m equals 4n plus 1. What is m if when n is 12? So n is 12. Substitute n to be 12. 4 12s are 48. Plus the 1 gives you 49. Okay, number 10. In question 10, we have the formula for c in terms of n is c equals 3n plus 4. So it says the formula for c, that means you find out c by doing 3 times n plus 4. So to get c, you have to know what n is. So that means it's in terms of n. We've got to copy and complete the table. So number 10. The table tells you, the first bit of the table is when n is 1. So we put in n is 1 into the formula. The formula is c equals 3n plus 4. N is 1 the first time round, so 3 1s are 3, plus 4, which gives you 7. So 7 will go into it. The next bit in the table is n is now 4. So if n is 4, what's the value of c? So we write n to be 4, 3 4s, which are 12, plus 4, which is 16. Then repeat again, same formula. This time in the table, we want to know what c is when n is 9. So we put 9 into the formula for n. 3 9s plus 4. 3 9s are 27, plus 4 is 31. So 31 goes in. And finally, the last bit in the table is when n is 12, what's c? So that gives you 3 times 12 plus 4. So that is 36 plus 4, which is 40. You can see I skipped the formula this time, written it out. You don't need that first line, but it's important you do have at least that. Okay, moving down for number 11. Now, your layout on your page will be different than mine, very different, hopefully better. Just have not much space. So number 11, P and Q are connected by the formula Q equals 5p minus 4. We have to copy and complete the table. It gives you a value of p, and you've got to find the value of q. So I'll just do the first couple. Q would be 5 times p. P is 2 the first time round. So we're saying when p is 2 here, what's q? So put p to be 2. Q will then be 5 2's, which are 10, take away 4, which is 6. And then what about when p is 5? Q would be 5 times 5, take away 4. That's 25 minus 4, which gives you 21. Okay, so I should put these in here. 6, 21. The next one would be 7 5's 35, take away 4, which is 31. And then we've got 51. And then the last one we have 15 times 5, and take off 4, which would be 71. And finally, number 12. Maybe need another page. Okay, question 12. A bicycle manufacturer buys tires and uses the formula n equals 2a plus 10 to calculate the number of tires to order when A is the number of bicycles to be assembled. So A is the number of bikes and n is the number of tires to order. A, how many tires should be ordered if 50 bicycles are to be assembled? So n equals 2a plus 10. A is the number of bicycles to be assembled, and he says on part A it's 50. So that's 2 50s plus 10 extra. So it's 100 plus 10, which is 110. Part B, why do you think 10 has been added to the formula in 2A? Well, a bike needs 2 wheels, so that's why it's 2 times the number of bikes. And then a bicycle store would want to have some spare tires to sell. Maybe if someone had a tire that was destroyed or buckled or something like that there, so they have an extra 10 just to keep in their store to sell at a later date.